The following program is a public access production. Comcast is required to provide time on this channel and make it available pursuant to franchise agreements with the communities we serve. Comcast is not affiliated with the following program or the producers of public access programming and is not responsible for the content. The following program does not reflect the opinions of Comcast or its affiliates.
And welcome back to the Big Movie Mouth Off. I'm Jeff Weiss with MSN Entertainment.
And I'm Jimmy Martin with Slug Magazine.
Our last movie for the week is Brave. It's the latest of Disney Pixar's animated fantasy adventure films. This is actually almost more action-oriented than we've gotten out of Pixar in a while. Basically, the idea is a young Scottish princess is trying to avoid fate. Fate being an arranged marriage to save her family's kingdom. There's sorcery involved, some squabbles with her mother, and some, I will warn you in advance if you bring small children, some terrifying bears.
Yeah, there's some bears in there.
I saw something that day, something I'll not forget. It stands 12 feet tall, with razor-sharp claws. His hide littered with the weapons of fallen warriors. His face scarred with one dead eye. I drew my sword and...
Chomp! Dad's leg was clean off!
Oh, that's my favorite part.
In accordance with our laws, the firstborn of each of the great leaders must prove their worth. Merida, stop! A lady enjoys elegant pursuits.
I present my only son. He took out a whole armada single-handedly. He was... With one arm, he was steering the ship.
I am not saying that this is inappropriate for children, but you may want to consider how able they are to tolerate really intense scenes, because there are some very intense scenes in this film.
Yeah.
You know, for me, that's a welcome breath of fresh air in a Pixar film.
Oh yeah, no.
There's more danger here than I've felt in a Pixar film since, well, since Toy Story 3, since they were sliding towards the towards their certain doom. And there's a sense of danger, and that's something that I appreciate out of a Pixar film.
No, if a film, and like I say, family-friendly film can still engage an adult audience, then that's well accepted and welcomed in my world. Because, you know, it's when you have to watch those awful kids movies that just, you know, the parents are there just like, God, you know, I brought my kids here, but I have no interest in this film. And that's just, you know, and it sucks because it doesn't have to be that way. And Pixar knows that. Pixar's really good at that. And for me, Pixar had a clean, you know, just a running positive reviews every time for me.
Right.
And they could do no wrong until Cars 2. And
that was a dramatic misstep.
Yeah, it was bad. And so this one, walking into it, I'm like, it's time to decide whether Pixar can get back on the right track and kind of learn from their mistakes and keep going forward. They do.
Yeah.
They absolutely do. But for me, it's not. I don't want to say I really like the film. Don't get me wrong, but it's not the same quality as I would say Monsters Inc. or Toy Story 3 or something like that. They're just kind of missing it that much.
It's not nearly as envelope pushing, and I think a lot of people's problems with it may be that it more in tone resembles a Disney princess film.
Yeah, absolutely.
But
I welcome that too.
Yes, I do too, and especially because this is like Pixar's take on a Disney princess film. So there aren't tons of musical numbers.
Yeah.
And by the way, maybe I had a stronger reaction to Brave because I was coming off Madagascar 3, which was let's throw as much stuff at the screen and as many jokes as we can, and that will cover up the fact that there's actually no story.
Yeah.
There's actually a lot of story here, and I really welcomed the interactions between mother and child in this film. By the way, mother and child, Kelly MacDonald and Emma Thompson as the voice of the Queen. Really good voice cast. Some beautiful animated textures too. I found myself, as odd as it is, studying the flowing hair of the lead character,
Well-
because what they can do with technology is
It's-
still amazing.
yeah, I
It's
mean,
still so miles beyond.
You look at like where they start with Toy Story, and then like I remember the one thing I looked at texture-wise before this one was Monsters Inc. with Sully's fur, and now with this hair, I mean like you can't go wrong with Pixar's animation. I mean like it's absolutely gorgeous. But yeah, you talk about kind of hitting a more adult audience. I'll say this right now. We talked about bears. Another thing that's in this bear asses.
Yes.
Lots of them. And
For
and
comedic effect.
yeah, for comedic effect, and also children diving into women's breasts.
Yes.
It's definitely they've kind of gone up a notch on the mature level. Fine by me, I'm totally
Yes.
fine with it. Just letting you guys know. But I kind of like where they're going. The reason I say that it's just not hitting it quite is because when I think of Pixar, I think of total originality. Something you've never seen before.
Right.
The stuff they've come up with in that studio still blows my mind. But this film, and I don't want to ruin kind of the secret of this film, and I think you're there with me, because what
Yes.
they're showing on TV is not the film.
Oh, no,
It's
not even close.
There's much more, let's say, mysticism behind it.
Yes.
It's more witchcraft, and but I'm not going to ruin it. But for those who kind of know Disney's history, if you know a film called Brother Bear, I'm just going to say that.
Yeah.
It feels very similar, and that's where it strikes me like that. I think if it was any other studio, I wouldn't be as judgmental about it.
Right.
But Pixar does stand above the rest in the world of animation, in my opinion. Minus Cars too. But this film, it looks beautiful. The voice cast, Billy Connolly is amazing in it. I love the voice cast in it. It's like I said, it's just that slight bit of unoriginality that's just makes me a little bit upset.
Yeah, some good throwaway gags, by the way. I should
Oh, yeah.
I should also say some very off-kilter moments, and I really appreciated that and the sense of danger. Again, is it Pixar's greatest? No, but a good Pixar film
But,
is still
yeah,
so
I mean,
much better than everything.
you
So
look at
I'm
it-
actually in 3.5 star
Yeah,
territory
that's
for
where I
this.
am, 3.5. It's just that's the thing. I mean, if this film was put out by DreamWorks or somebody else, you'd be like, that was amazing, like that.
Right.
But it's just you kind of have to hold them a little bit higher just because it's who they are, and I think they know that. They know when they kind of slip up a little bit. And
Right.
So if they know it, fine.
Yeah, a sure-footed return to form after Cars 2.
They'll be fine.
Yes, yeah, no worries. Definitely this week's recommendation.
Yeah. I think, well, you know what?
Yeah.
Everything's good. Like, we don't have a week like this every now and then.
No, it's true.
I would actually recommend all of them. If you want beheadings of vampires and really cool fighting styles and,
That's right.
and
Just
blood galore.
just disregard the dialogue.
Yeah, just turn your brain off. That'd be Abraham Lincoln Vampire Hunter.
Yeah,
which we both gave
a
great.
three star B film.
Yeah, I would say a date movie, more of a darker date movie maybe, but Seeking a Friend for the End of the World. Again, I think 3 stars from each.
Absolutely.
And Brave, 3.5 each. I mean, we're on par on all these.
I know,
And
crazy.
I'd watch any of them again. So there you have it. Once again, we'd like to thank our sponsors, Play and Trade and Precision Gaming Repair. Go anything gaming oriented. There's a Brave game. Go play Brave. It's fun.
Ooh, I think you should.
And next week, we've got some things coming up. What's
Magic Mike.
like?
Oh, come on.
Those commercials make me want to dance.
People like us, as well as
I don't even know. This summer's so crazy with movies.
Ted.
Ted, that's right.
Teddy Bear
Teddy
Come to
Ruxpin
Life.
Foul Mouth, got
Yes.
it. Yeah, by Seth MacFarlane from Family Guy. So we'll see if that's good. Who knows? If Bear swears at me, we'll see if it's funny or not.
We're on a good roll, I'm hoping.
Yeah, so don't screw it up next week. All right, we'll see you guys next week.